This week on Pirate Chain Parlay, an outspoken advocate of the principles of self-ownership, non-aggression principle, and a stateless society. He's the author of a number of books, including The Most Dangerous Superstition. I'm not scared of the Maos and the Stalins and the Hitlers. I'm scared of the thousands of millions of people that hallucinate them to be authority. And so, do their bidding, and pay for their empires, and carry out their orders. I don't care if there's one loony with a stupid mustache. He's not a threat if the people do not believe in authority. These are the words of Larkin Rose, a man that embodies the spirit of a pirate from within, that no entity has control over anyone else, that we live free or die trying. Pirate Chain Parlay starts
we don't need no
now.
song today. Just go ahead
Here's your
and
host, Legend Lutz.
I muted the shanty bot, so. Are we good?
Save the day, bring the change, empower you to change the game, that's the aim. Never be afraid to trade or get paid. Nobody can trace you on the blockchain. Time for action, now we gain traction. Pirate Chain for private transactions, cause we need some free interaction. Here we go, now it's time to catch on.
Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go.
When are we slow gonna buy that dip? Hodl and do some private flips, following simple finance tips, so that one day I can buy a pirate ship. Stand up and dare to dream big, cause you know it's time to be free. Love and respect is what the world needs, and of course, privacy.
Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the chain's not cut and the block's not gone. We pirates make our regular call, we're with the captain, crew and dawn. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. Soon may the pirate chain come to bring us crypto, gold and rum. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go. One day when the system is done, we'll take our treasure and go.
I work to eat and sleep and just repeat. I wonder, is this the life for me?
Alright.
I followed all the rules and did my best. For tragedy, put my will to the test. When I found some answers, I spoke up.
Alright. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to this month's monthly meeting. I can't believe it's May already. Holy Nikes. Yeah, so don't have an insane amount of updates this month as we've all been working on, just stuff that takes a while to develop and things like that, but do have some good stuff for you guys. So first thing on my list is the daily dose of pirate chain is growing significantly, and it was even mentioned by Naomi Brockwell, which is pretty freaking awesome. So huge shout out to Benny and all the crew working on the daily dose of pirate chain. For those of you who don't know about it yet, which you should know about it, this is fantastic. The daily dose of pirate chain offers sound bites and bunch of quality information within a short span of time, so you can catch up on pirate chain or learn about pirate chain very quickly and in easy doses to understand. So I've been watching every single one of them, and it's just quality stuff. So highly recommend you guys go ahead and check that out. And Benny, if you want to provide a link to it in the meeting chat, that'd be fantastic. Oh, actually, Scott already did. Awesome. So youtube.com/c/daily dose of pirate chain. So go ahead and check that out whenever you get a chance. Uh, One of the big things recently was the hardware wallet is in its final phase. Everything is working properly, and Mulroy is looking for manufacturers currently. So he's sorting through all that stuff and getting everything prepped and ready to go for manufacturing, getting quoting, all that other fun stuff. So I've seen images of it and followed the progress through the entire thing, and it looks so awesome. I can't wait. I mean, for something that's a hardware wallet to be able to handle Pirate Chain is a achievement in its own. But to have it be done by one of our own community members or team members now, it's amazing. It's amazing to see. So I can't wait for that thing to be released and be able to use it. So more updates on that will be provided through the announcements as it gets ready for being on sale for pre-orders and so forth. So be on the lookout for that. As far as the timetable goes for that, it all depends on realistically the manufacturers and when they get everything settled in terms of pricing and all that other fun stuff and timetables. So my assumption, and this is not set in stone, but my assumption is that probably by the end of the month we'll have some sort of announcement on pre-sales and things like that. So be on the lookout for that for sure. I know I'll be ordering one. So um, in other news, the support bot has been awesome to us for quite a while. So long that we have had over 1,000 tickets answered and cleared up. I mean, this is just awesome work by Cax and all the other support. Primarily Cax, because he's just as you all know, he's a robot pretty much. He's just always around, always working hard, answering people's questions and helping people with support. So fantastic to see, and huge shout out to him. Oh, and shout out to Mulroy for the hardware wallet as well for the development of that. Don't want to forget that. Next thing on my list is the staking contract for War. All the testing is done. There were some minor modifications made over the past month, and everything should be cleared to go in terms of releasing it. So the way this will work is um, I'm predicting that we're going to release it on Friday next week. So for those of you who are staking liquidity staking for War, we'll make an announcement that, hey, we're transitioning contracts. So all you need to do is basically just connect your wallet to the website and then click transfer. And what'll happen is it'll automatically claim the rewards and then transfer your stake over to the new contract. So as soon as that announcement goes out, what'll happen is the War contract itself will be swapping over to use the new contract, staking contract, and then all the rewards from buys and sells will be transferred over to that new contract. So when you get a chance, or as soon as you can, when that's announced, go ahead and transfer over your stake. And what'll happen is when the announcement is made, we will hold off on transferring to the new contract for about 5-10 minutes just to give people some time, and then transfer over to the new contract. This way, nobody really loses out on potential earnings from all the buys and sells. So based off of the transactional volume on War, um, if anything, you like even if you convert right away or hold off for about maybe a day, you shouldn't be losing out on much. So, but highly recommended that you convert as soon as you can, because this way you don't forget about it and you're not losing out on rewards and things like that. Yeah, exactly. Let me say what Scott wrote in chat. Scott said, the ongoing joke about Cax being a robot is actually a true story. With some sort of battery pack, there's no other way he can put in as much time as he does every day. It's rare anybody that needs help has to wait long for a response, and this does so much for the image for the community. So I have noticed that many of the regulars here have emojis, but not Cax, so I reached out to Brian, and he came up with this. I would like to motion as a token of appreciation for the endless hours Cax puts in that we add this Cax bot to the pirate emoji list. I am 100% in full support of that, Scott. So absolutely, I'll make sure it gets done today. And for those of you who can't see chat, it's a picture of Bender with hair and a beard that resembles Cax's pirate chain photo. So, oh, that is too good. All right. So, in additional news, I will be doing a uh, interview with a small YouTuber. He's pretty new. I actually did an interview with him previously, but him being new, there was a mess up on the audio. So we'll be redoing that interview. It was actually pretty quality too. So shout out to him. I think his name was GPG. Um, but he was for his first time doing an interview. It was actually really, really something. So I can't wait to redo that interview and have that posted for everyone to see. So that should be taking place, I believe, this week. I gotta check my schedule. In terms of wallet updates, there was a mobile wallet update last month for on the Google Play Store for the, the Skull Island wallet. So now it is updated to version 2 and includes a lot of updates and features that should streamline everything and fix a lot of bugs and things like that. So if you haven't updated to that yet, highly recommend you update to that. And I know that a lot of people have been asking about the Edge wallet lately. All I can say is I can't say much on it. there's progress, but I can't say anything else about that because they don't want me to, and they being Edge. So I know it's been talked about previously, but in respect for uh, Edge and everything like that, there's nothing else I can say about it. One of the other things that's coming, hopefully within the next month or two, is poker. I know a lot of people have been asking about that, and some strides have been made on the end life side of things. And the cool thing is that it's going to be transitioning to a different what do you call it? Different chain, which will be a privacy chain. So not only can you will you be able to play poker like real, Texas Hold'em poker with other players, but it also be private as well. So it's some really really cool things going on on that aspect, and then the rest of the casino stuff is being transitioned over there in the next several months as well. So be on the lookout for that. And there's also a lottery coming up as well, probably in the next month or so for that casino too. So this way, users can potentially win some more, by just playing the lotto. Aside from that, am I forgetting anything, Max? I think that pretty much covers everything, unless if people have questions, comments, anything. I know there's a bunch of stuff going on in chat, so let me go ahead and look at the chat. Oh, let me switch my mic real quick. Okay. Let's see. Chat is saying, "What's the ETA on atomic swaps?" I actually spoke with Polly yesterday about this during the BPSAA meeting, and he said that it's going to be in the next update, I believe. So I believe it's Q2, if not Q3. So it's I know they've been working on it. I know that for a fact. So it's either Q2 or Q3 this year for sure. So Orangutan asks, how to ensure the lottery is fair while also retaining privacy of winner. So that's actually a good question. So in to retain the privacy of the winner, um, essentially, when the whole casino is migrated to that privacy chain, um, there's no real way for the user to or users to see who actually won. But everything is smart contract based, and everything is verifiable in terms of the numbers generated and so forth. So there's no will be able to check the smart contract because it'll be open source, right? So that being said, users can be assured that the numbers generated are truly, well, I won't say truly random because there's literally no such thing as a truly random number generator. For when being done on electronics. And for those of you who are wondering why, I highly recommend you read up on random number generators. If you want to really, really, really deep rabbit hole. Um, I did extensive research on this, and it's pretty crazy the amount of stuff that goes into random number generators. But uh, the one that NLife uses basically, it's it utilizes a ton of different things, including private keys, miners, and I believe uh, atmospheric interference is included in there. It's really crazy stuff. But the whole key behind a random number generator or any good random number generator is the spread of the numbers over a long data set or over a massive data set. So when those numbers are uh, when those numbers are generated, and basically you create a data set of all those numbers over a long period of time, you look for any inherent biases and things like that in that generation. And the less of the bias that there is, the better the random number generator is. So it's I highly recommend people look into it. That's all I'll say on that topic because it's just there's so much information to talk about on just random number generators. It's crazy. That's why you'll see people who are serious about um, random number generators. They'll use the term PRNG, standing for pseudo random number generator, because there is no real true random number generator for electronics. Yeah, appreciate it, Arthur. Yeah, my voice, as you can tell, is 100% back. The funny thing is that last month's meeting, for those of you who don't know, my voice was going pretty much uh, during the EU meeting, and by the time the US meeting came around, my voice was practically gone. And then in the next few days, my voice literally was gone, and then took about a full week for me to recover from that. So it was crazy. Positive said in the January monthly meeting, I believe it was, you mentioned something about a new marketing program for Parachain. I'm curious what that was. Where things, I don't remember what that was. Basically, um, as we pull in some additional funding the war, uh, from war itself, and uh, from the profits that are shared by and like from the casino. Once we have a big enough stack from that, that's when we can do some real serious marketing for a period of time. We're trying to figure out the best way to really go about that. So obviously, we're speaking with Tim, and I have some other contacts that are marketing gurus as well that you know we'll be conversing with to see the best way to go and market, because um, the landscape in crypto has pretty much has changed to the point where the focuses are on various different things, and like the big things being like there's NFTs, or on uh, gaming or things like that. So basically, we're going to be developing a strategy to effectively market with the funds that we currently have from the various revenue sources that have been created for us. So Arthur says silver coin coming soon. This year, for sure. This year, I'm going to make sure that I come up with a design probably in the next month or two, pitch it to the community, and then get any feedback, things like that, and then make any adjustments necessary, then get maybe come up with a couple different versions, and then have people vote on it. And then from that point, I'll go ahead and start taking pre-orders and get the thing made. The cost of silver has gone up significantly, so pricing will be obviously higher than it was before for the coin. But all that will be figured out prior to making the announcement of the coin being available. The website rebranding that's still underway. There's still a bunch of stuff that needs to happen, so I don't have too many updates on that. So Orangutan asked, how will you make money from multiplayer poker? Um, will it be a small percentage of each pot donated to the house or something else? So that's actually a good question. In poker, generally what happens is there's something called, if I remember correctly, a rake, and that's basically a percentage of the pot that goes to the house. In which case, a percentage of that will go to Pirate Chain. I'll make sure that the percentage is solid, where Pirate benefits a lot from that because I have a feeling that a lot of people will be playing poker. But keep in mind that the rake is generally uh, pretty small, of like a small percentage of the pot. I think it was like maybe 5%, something like that. So it's a small percentage, but it's still over a long period of time a solid revenue source for Pirate to fund its activities in terms of marketing and so forth. Um, Also, a quartermaster, do you want me to mention what it is that you're working on, or do you want me to refrain from that for the time being? Okay, cool, cool. I wanted to make sure before I said anything. So, all right, so that'll be a secret for the time being. Actually, I will say this: it is some pretty cool stuff. That's all I can really say about that. All right, hey, Cax, any questions from socials or anywhere else? While I'm waiting on Cax to see if there's any questions on socials, there is something that I'm actually digging into personally. It has to do with the ability of Pirate to have its own escrow service slash dex or trading. I'll say trading service. There's a method in which I believe that I found that would actually work. It won't be it won't be like a regular dex where there's matchers and things like that, but it'll be essentially a secure way to trade assets between chains for users that want to say OTC, make OTC deals and things like that. And if what I'm thinking is correct, there is a way to do that while utilizing Pirate Chain as a base. So that's something I'm currently exploring, which, if it works out, it'll be pretty freaking huge. I can tell you that. So, um, just to give you some idea of one of the things that I'm working on in the background. Um, I have a meeting with some of my personal devs on Friday that'll be discussing that with them and seeing if that's possible and the what it would take to build. So yeah, me too, Arthur. I hope it goes well as well, because I mean this would be pretty game changing, especially for you know people that like to make OTC deals and not deal with exchanges. And essentially, it'll allow users to trade confidently without worrying that someone has to send funds first and then hope that the other person sends funds back. So it's it'll be pretty damn awesome because it'll make sure that everything works as every all trades go as it should go, and then if, say, for example, somebody sends funds and the other person just doesn't or takes forever to do so, it'll actually kick back those funds to that original sender. So yeah, any other questions, comments, anything? And Arthur, to answer your question, there are things that are currently being worked on privately that can't be talked about publicly to due to either just confidentiality stuff or um, just stuff that isn't ready to really be announced yet. Because, as you all know, I don't like to prematurely announce something that may or may not happen, or is looking like it's going to happen, but it's too far away to really say exactly uh, en- enough info about it to really um, basically just talking about it prematurely. I don't particularly like that, just in case anything happens, because anything can happen sometimes, So I don't want to make false promises. But one thing I will say is that there is something that is I have how can I word this? I have a meeting with potentially a meeting with somebody from a university, large university, for the BPSAA. That if that works out, depending on what they're looking to do and how it'll be done, because none of those details have really been answered. That's why I'm saying, I can't really speak too much about certain things that are premature, but it could be really huge for the BPSAA in general and all of its members, including Pirate, because obviously Pirate's part of the BPSAA. So. Quartermaster says the word left the academics. Now, this has nothing to do with any uh, how can I word this? Any political standing, I would say, has nothing to do with any of that stuff. Has more to do with uh, accessibility. I guess that's the best word to use for that. So, more details will be given as obviously things occur and things are finalized, obviously. So, but like I said, it's just a initial meeting, and I think that it has a lot of potential. So, and now I can tell you right now, it's not MIT. So that'd be awesome, but no, it's still a very, very large university. All right. Questions, comments, anything else before we start cutting this off? Anything from socials, Cax? Actually, I'm looking at YouTube right now, and it says, "What is your preferred way of using R, or is it all of the above?" Honestly, it's all the above. I mean, my preferred way of using it is just trying to purchase my daily essentials or things like that, or trading for things that I want. It's just using it as it's supposed to be used, which is as a currency. So, Brandon from YouTube asks, "Are you guys on TikTok?" I believe we have an account on there. I'm not sure how much it's utilized, but I know that Luna uses TikTok and promotes Pirate on there. Huge shout out to Luna for all the marketing work that she does and all the support she does. She's been kicking ass lately. Colton said, "Hey, what's up, Colton? Glad you listened in, man." For those who don't know, Colton's been part of the Pirate community for quite a long time. So huge shout out to him. He's a great supporter of ours. Yeah, I know a lot of people back then sold for rent or for things that they need for various things, but yeah, that'd be nice to get that amount of R back. Somebody asked, "Are ASIC BTC miners able to mine R?" That'd be a no. They are two completely different algorithms. And Daniel says, "How can I get this coin?" You can get it in multiple ways. You can get tipped in the pirate community. You can buy it off of one of our exchanges, which can be found on our website, pirate.black, or you can buy a miner and start mining it. Um, Tons of different ways. Or you can set up a store and accept pirate as a currency, utilizing cryptocurrency checkout, and yeah, sell products and receive R. So there's tons and tons of different ways. And Cricket says, "Tell Steven I said hi. If it's the Steven that I know, then I will." All right. Well, it looks like that's all the questions that are in chat, things like that. So thank you all for showing up. I love you guys. You're an amazing community, and I can't wait to see Pirate Chain at the top. So hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you all next time.